Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Max Capital here with Wall Street Institute Company. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday's Technicals, where we basically break down the markets for the week. Why not on Monday? Why not on Sunday? Well, Monday is based on my trading this past 7 years. Has never been a good trading day. If you do get those setups, they'll play around, but probably around the session, they'll change and really move aggressively against the direction. So I always wait for the market to digest information from the past week and decide on a direction. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. As we always do, we start our analysis with the DXY. So what I see here is a series of lower lows and lower highs, right? So likely we're gonna get a lower low somewhere down there. We remove that. With that said, I'm looking at this as my major lower high, and this is my major lower low. So with that said, after establishing a bearish market sentiment, I'll be looking for selling opportunities right here. Okay. Step down to the daily time frame. Always start on a week. It gives us a much better potential direction of the market. Structure-wise, looking at this was a nice break of structure consolidation and an expansion to the downside. So we had a very, very nice break of structure right here. At this point, probably imbalance there as well. So we did fit that in. Let us step down to a 4-hour time frame to see if we can get more areas of supply and demand here. So speaking of imbalance, we had a lot of imbalance on the left-hand side right there. Right. So expecting a sell when we get to that high. This down here to me looks like some liquidity, so we need to take out that point of liquidity. There's money sitting around here. So DXY for the week, what do I expect? Because we are 104 time frame here. I'm expecting to go all the way up there and then push down to the lows of 100. There's a high chance that we're gonna break this. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Looking for more bullish sentiments, maybe this couple of days, and then towards the end of the week, we must see a bearish move coming in from the DXY. Next, let's look at US oil. US oil to me is bearish again, based on lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's the last lower high. So I think this would be my major lower high and my major lower low. One would ask, why am I not considering this as supply or demand areas? Is because this is liquidity that's sitting here. So the market needs to take that out. So probably the market will come back down here. Areas of $60 per barrel, that is crude oil. Right, that being my major lower high and this being my major lower low. Right here, I found myself a nice area of supply that the market didn't mitigate. And looking towards the left-hand side, what do we see here? Break of structure. So I've got a break of structure right there. For our last confirmation of our points of interest, so yeah, pretty much mitigated. So if we'd have to refine, it'll be that area. There's also an area of demand sitting down here. Hard to recognize, yeah. That area of demand that anticipate the market to come to. Liquidity, yeah. Big one, liquidity, that is liquidity right there. All right. Yeah. With oil, what does one see? So there's this area of demand here that we just stepped into, and it looks like right now we're pushing to the upside, stepping down to a 1 hour time frame just to see a couple of confirmations here. I would consider this as the last lower high. However, it seems like we didn't close above it. If we had a full body close above it, I would consider this as a change of character, meaning the market is changing from this series of low highs and lower lows to high highs and high lows, which means it will have changed direction to a high high. However, if we do get a close above probably 77.65, then I'll start considering becoming bullish on US oil. Gold, a lot of people's favorite. Let's look at gold. Gold to me, it's hard to tell whether it's going up or down. However, if I would consider this as my last higher low, significant higher low, and that as my major higher high. And stepping down to a lower time frame, what do we see? I think seems like lots of liquidity here. Also a demand area sitting down here that we clearly didn't come back to. Above that, we've got an area of supply right here, which is the one that is responsible for a change of character in this last higher low. Right, so the anticipation is the market to come back up there. However, man, let's go to the time frame and see what's going on. We also have another area of demand here that we tap to. So this is what I'm expecting. Just a little push to the downside, and then yeah, we approach the highs of 1920, and for the final 4 hour, see that we have lots of imbalance here, and the order block or the supply area is sitting above that. So let's see if we get a test of this low and a further push to the upside. So that is with gold. Next is dollar yen. We started the week on a bullish manner. As you can see, this current candlestick here showing some very nice bullish signs. However, just like many of the US dollar base pairs, I'm seeing a very weak dollar going forward. Though currently we are sitting on a nice bullish move. So this clean supply areas here. Clean area of supply that left an imbalance. I mean, these are the perfect conditions for me to trade this one. So just looking at it for a couple of days. Let's see. Yeah, this is my expectation. Just like you saw on the DXY. Let's see if we can get a further refinement of our order block. Definitely can. So we normally end at a 4 hour in terms of looking for our points of interest, right? Balance there. Look further to the left. Got a nice break of structure. Let me annotate that. There we go. Lots of liquidity lying here. This is liquidity. That's also liquidity. So it's just waiting for the market to tap into this area of 1.745 maybe, and then drop to the downside. Dollar CAD. I mean, we use the same process to analyze chart. Same process. Interesting, very interesting. I'll start with my major high, low, and high. So major high, low, and high is that one. And if we look at this as our area of demand, it shows that the market didn't tap into that or has not tapped into that yet. Looking at that area of supply, yes, the market tapped into that. Step down to the daily time frame to find some more confirmations. So if we refine this order block, we can tell that the market has to come down here. We have that break of structure. Obviously, it was the order block that was responsible for that. And annotate break of structure. Just before break structure, we left some imbalance right here. You can see the wicks didn't make. Market always has to come back to filling balance. Stepping down to a 4-hour time frame. What do we have here? We've got so many above the current market price. We've got so many areas of supply and demand that were not mitigated. I mean, this is one of them. Possibility that the market has to come. Actually, I would want the market to come here. Why this point? It has imbalance, and we also have lots of here. We've got liquidity on the downside as well, so this is relatively equal lows. So my anticipation, once again, this dollar based here, as for the market to push just a little bit further to the upside. It's like we see with our what's this pair? With our dollar index, right? Ooh, lots of liquidity lying here. Dollar CHF, if you look at this pair, it seems like it consolidates a lot. Lots of weeks, doji candles everywhere. So marking my major high and major low, stepping down to time frame to see what's going on here. My sentiment has not changed yet. I'm still looking at a bearish market. Let's step down to this right here. I know it's too early for some of you guys to understand this, but there's an area, there's a order block here, right there. And looking to the left-hand side, we've got a break of structure. Man, it seems like everything is just on dollar-based pairs. It's just following the correlation on this pair. Step down to 1 hour. The correlation on correlations with the US dollar, right? Let's see if we have an area of supply there. None that I've seen. However, if we look at this was the last higher low. This one thing here was the last higher low, and got broken there. Several candlesticks closed below that. So with that said, I would expect the market to come back here, right? Push further to the upside and then drop. Yeah. EU, pound dollar. It's in some consolidation phase. If we look at this, because if you ask me, why is my last higher low after a change of character, the last higher low would be this one, and obviously I would consider that as a current high, even though that looks like just liquidity on the upside, we've got liquidity on the downside as well, and we are not sure which one will be taken out first, downside or upside liquidity. We're still not sure. So we've got that area of demand there. This is demand, and we remove this consolidation box. So I know a lot of people that would break out to either side. It breaks the upside, downside. I'm seeing some imbalance here. Wicks didn't make break of structure. So when we break the highs, that's how you know what kind of direction the market. So I would say now would need this downside liquidity taken out first. before we push to the upside. I know this is liquidity, my major high, but I'd like to put my target profit here when I my buy from this area. Right. Okay. Pound yen, one of my favorites. But sometimes it doesn't meet 30, but that's how the market is. Clearly, the major higher lows on the major high is that one over there. Tapping into a daily time frame to find some areas of interest. Very, very important. We had the last buy to sell candle here, which is gated. So also there's a hidden area of demand here of which, like I said, some of you, I think you're probably in your early stages of your journey with supply and demand, so it might be a little bit hard for you to recognize this I'm talking about. We've got another area of interest here, which is our key area of supply. So this one is a bit tricky. I know that it goes almost same direction with it's correlated to this pair to pound dollar, and pound dollar is looking like it's gonna be bearish before it pushes outside. So this is what I would expect with this one. Change of character on the left. Can balance have that break of structure on the left. Yeah, break of structure to the left, and yeah, let's see. Liquidity lying down here, a lot of equal lows, lot of trend line. So this is trend. So yeah, I'd expect it to go to 160 first before it push lower. On CHF, I think we've done lots of pound pairs. It would be nice maybe to get €1. Let's do the popular one. Euro USD. What do we have here? Starting on a weekly time frame, major high lows. This one, major high is that. Wouldn't consider this trend much. Reason being, we had a change of character here, but we still need to come down here to mitigate the order block that caused change of character, which I would consider as this one. Supply order block, sorry, demand order block over there. Interesting. Looks like we just tapped into this area of demand. Nice reaction that down to our time frame to see some further confirmations. What do we have here? Let's step down to the 1 hour time frame. Do a lower high, lower high. Okay, now I'd consider this as my lower high, my last lower high. The market broke, and this kind of break of structure that changes the trend, call it change of character. In smart money concepts, gotta get familiar with this. If you want to learn more about the course, by the way, I have a link in the description, or to my WhatsApp, to my Instagram. Right. So this is what we'd expect here, and a push to the upside. So yeah, pretty much that's it for the week. I'm not gonna touch on the Nasdaq and the other stuff because those ridiculously quickly. I just saw notice something as liquidity over here, so probably it's liquidity here as well. Probably the best area to target here would be this one. Just a second. Yeah, as your first target profit, by the way. So change that to survival. Otherwise, more bullish on euro and the pound, and more bearish on the dollar going into next week. But we might see some bullish movements this week. If you're trading patterns, this looks like a flag, impulse, correction, a further impulsive move to the upside. So yeah, pretty much that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us wait for it. work out, because trading is a waiting game. Stay tuned for more videos. There's a daily in life that's coming this week. We also have a trading tips that we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it with Max Capital today. Girls, have a great chase. Bye bye.